Hey, it's the monthly mental health stream. I hope you're all okay. I just want to point out, just because it's a blues channel, doesn't mean it's just for blues fans. It's for anybody. So anybody that does come across this, feel free to, if you want to talk and express things, past and present experiences. This is what it's all about. I'm not a doctor, like I always say, but it's just another platform where, you know, if you want to get things off your chest, please don't bottle things up. You know, you can talk to me. I'm always open. I'm an open book. And I've written a poem as well from how mine started to where it ended. But yeah, joining me tonight is Duncan from PTSD Moving Forward. Duncan Fraser. How you doing, Duncan, mate?
I'm cool, thank you. Yeah, I'm good.
It's good to get you on, mate, again.
Yeah, it is. It's brilliant, and long may it continue.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. This is every month, mate. I mean, we do it every
Yeah.
month. But yeah, I just want to thank you for jumping on again, mate. As always, if we can keep this up, mate, it's brilliant. And well done as well, mate, because you're smashing your channel as well, aren't you? And he's looking like a pro. He's got all the logo on and everything. His YouTube channel, he's smashing it, mate. Super.
I don't know. We'll see.
How are you anyway, mate? Since we last spoke.
Yeah, good. Yeah, my mum's all right. You know, she's just getting old, bless her. And I managed to get down the blues, and I bumped into you and to Blue Shadow and to Jerry. So that was good, and Nick. And it's made me go and get another ticket for Boxing Day, because I love my Boxing Day football. And I haven't been down the blues on Boxing Day for about 7 years. So that'd be good.
Oh, brilliant, mate. It was good to see you, Dunk, again, because I saw you before then was when I came around, wasn't it? But yeah, I mean, I just bumped into you guys, like literally spur of the moment. I just come out. The gang's there. Yeah, it's meant to be, mate. It's fate at the end of the day. I'm a strong fight, and things happen for a reason and all that. So, yeah, it was brilliant. And what was it like being back down there, Dunk, after however long it was since you last went? What was it like?
Well, it's all the memories. I mean, I remember the old cop. I remember being 9 or 8 at the back of the cop with my brother at half time, and we got in a fight and they wanted to steal our scarves. And I wasn't a big kid or a hard kid, but they didn't get my scarf, because how could I go back to my dad and say I've had my scarf nicked?
Yeah.
Like, because he would have got me. So it's just them silly memories, you know. Like, and it's funny. The one thing that stood out, the last time I took my dad to the Blues was 2010, on the way to winning the League Cup in the February against Arsenal. We played Villa at home, didn't we? And Ziggett scored. And I was sat in the corner of the Tilton and the Kop then that night. And that was the last ever game I went to the match with him, because he was acting strange, and I didn't know then that he was just on the verge of full-blown dementia, and I didn't know. And so then memories come back, but at least we went to the game, and at least he's seen the Blues beat the Villa, and, you know. But yeah, you know, it's all them silly memories, isn't it?
Yeah. Which nice though, isn't it? You know, it's memories you'll never forget. And
absolutely.
The beauty of memories is it's something that, you know, you'll always keep with you. You know, they don't go, really, do they?
No.
You know, that's something. So, like, people that, you know, like you say, that are no longer with us and things like that, you know, they're always with us because, you know, they're always there in our memories and stuff, aren't they? And that's something that you can keep and cherish. But yeah. What was it like in terms of going there? Like in terms of how you've been with your mental health and that. Like, did you feel okay when you was there and stuff, or did you?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I went through a stage in my life, the late 90s, where it wasn't that good, you know. But no, I felt fine. I was in block 40 next to 39, and that's a good experience, and that's why I've got my ticket for Boxing Day in block 40, because block 39 and block 40, they're so loud, and they give it to the away fans, and I like a bit of that. You know what I mean?
the banter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah. You know, I walked into my mum's local pub the other day, and there was a Villa fan in there, and he was going up the Villa, and I went right fucking up them. You know what I mean? You know how it is.
Dunk, we got a few comments to catch up as well, Dunk. Lee, how are you, Jay? Happy Christmas from Lee Burke. Yeah, happy Christmas.
Yeah, happy Christmas, Lee.
Lee, from our family to yours and everybody else in the chat as well. Santa's coming. Can't wait. Big game, Crawley Town, Birmingham City from Lee Burke, December 23rd on Monday. Mental health, see a doctor, do good my mental health from Lee Burke. Shuzza, how you doing?
Yeah.
Dream going ahead. Yeah, we're on. Nice. Good evening all. Hope you're okay. How you doing, Sadie? Big Town in the house. Good evening, Blue Houses. Hope you're all well.
Tony.
Sadie, Big Town. Susan. How you doing, Susan? Hey, Sadie Leach. Is that? David, is it just me or does it feel like the match day officials are against us all the time? The decisions are a joke lately. Yeah, I agree with that, Dunk. Do you?
Yeah, I remember before the season kicked off, and another chap on another channel from another team said the one thing you will realise, Birmingham, when you drop down here, is the standard of the officials is absolute rubbish. And I thought, well, we'll see. And you know, he was spot on. They are absolute dire. I've never known nothing like it. Never. I mean, he, you know, yeah, it evens itself out a bit. I mean, look at that penalty that the other team should have had the other day with Bielik. You know, I mean, he grabbed him and, you know, and pulled him to the ground. That went in our favour, but I mean, they must have been fuming because that was a nailed on penalty. You know, I don't know. It is what it is, isn't it?
Fuck them all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Blue Shadow, IJ and all nowsies. This is what I like as well when they're all talking. With
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Good work, guys. This is fantastic. Cheers, David, mate.
Yeah, thank you, David. Yeah, cool.
But yeah, we do this every month, mate. To check in a monthly mental health check-in. It's for all things mental health, even, you know, things like addiction or, you know, things like that, just anything. Just to try and make you feel better and basically you're not alone. So it's all linked as well, isn't it, Duncan? That's the mad thing about it. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
A lot of them have like a lot of physical symptoms that kind of go hand in hand as well, don't they? Hi, Sadie. I'm about 70% better than I was. Just a cough. Still. Get well soon, Blue Shadow. So quiet at home. Big Town. Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear about your dog as well, Tom.
Yeah. Sad, isn't it? Dogs are dogs. They're part of the family, aren't they?
Yeah, man, definitely.
You know, and if you're on your own or you know, there's not many in the house, the dogs, you know, it's the, you know, the go-to pick me up, you know?
Yeah. Well, they're always there, aren't they? It's mad. So, last year I done a 12-hour live stream for charity for Mind, because that's something that I can relate to in terms of me with my mental health. And there's a couple of things here that I want to just share on screen. Duncan, if that's all right with you, just
cool, yeah.
Now that there's things that you can look online for different coping mechanisms and stuff, and I found this on the Mind website. It's just stress. Stress is a big one that I'm sure that all of us get at some point in our life. There's different ways that you can manage it as well. So, I mean, being prepared for periods of stress can make it easier to get through them. And knowing how to manage our well-being can help us recover after a stressful event. It can be anything like work-related, general things that happen in life. Grief as well is another form of stress, isn't it? Some of us may refer to our ability to manage stress as our resilience. There are things we can try to build our resilience against stress, but there are also factors that might make it harder. to be resilient, such as experiencing discrimination or lacking support. So you can find all this on the Mind website. Barriers of resilience, in terms of resilience and managing stress, can mean different things to different people. We might understand them differently because of our experiences shape how we feel stress and how easily we can respond to it. Some people may think that our response to stress is something that we can easily control, but this is not true. There are some causes of stress that are beyond our control, and some ways of managing stress and building resilience are not always available to us. So this makes dealing with stress very personal. It may be harder for some of us than others. Some experiences that make it more difficult include having a long-term physical health condition, having a mental health problem, experiencing discrimination and hate, including racism, homophobia, biphobia and transphobia, living far away from family and friends or having difficult relationships with them, experiencing loneliness, experiencing poverty and money worries, including debt problems with or problems with benefits, living in an area with poor access to services like healthcare, public transport and green spaces, being a single parent, being a carer, having poor quality housing, lacking safety and protection, such as living in areas with poor policing. Research shows that it is easy to develop resilience if we don't face these barriers, but many of these things are difficult or impossible to change. But yeah, I think that's an important one, Dunk, about the resilience and facing these barriers. And sometimes it can be difficult, can't it? Because a lot of the time, if you've never experienced these problems before, you're kind of in denial about it, aren't you? And I was guilty of that, like when I had anxiety back in 2014, when it first started for me, going on for about 7 years. You're in denial because you don't think that you haven't got that. Is that something that you can relate to as well?
Yeah, massively. I think the denial is the biggest thing in the human makeup. I self-medicated on alcohol for about 16 years, and I thought I was just, I enjoyed a drink. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't drink anymore, but I can't say I'm abstinent, because when I was back with my wife back in October and September, I'd have the odd glass of beer. I'm not dead set against alcohol because it has got a place, hasn't it? But when I was self-medicating, it took me 16 years to realise that I was actually self-medicating, and I haven't used alcohol to self-medicate now for 5 years.
Brilliant.
Have I swapped it for other things? Sometimes I have, like medication from the doctor. But I think if we can get what you said about the denial's crazy, because we all think you, me, whoever's on the stream now watching, Chooser, Blue Shadow, Tony, we all think that we're right and that it's all okay, but it's not. And we know it's not. And there's lots of little things that make us realise. It's like looking in the mirror when you're having a shave, or, well, in your case, it's doing your hair, isn't it? Because you don't shave. But but like,
oh my,
sometimes I can't look in the mirror because of certain things that have gone on in my life years ago, and it's hard to get a grip then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that we have to look at ourselves and actually be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. I think denial is another problem in itself, and I think it's all part of that vicious circle, because it's breaking the cycle, isn't it? Getting out of that routine that isn't healthy. Because you have these problems and you think, oh no, there's nothing the matter with me. And I remember when I had anxiety, and I had a lot of physical symptoms when it first started. And I remember, like, I was convinced that there was something wrong with me, like, and the doctor was saying, no, you're suffering from panic attacks and you're getting anxious. And I was like, no, there's something wrong with me. Like, I'm not anxious, but like, as the weeks went on, you start to realise stuff, and it's breaking that habit to like focusing on things that you enjoy, trying to find stuff to take your mind off things, and eventually, if you can do those things, it does make it a lot easier to deal with, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Something to focus on and stuff.
And a lot of people of my era. I mean, I was a little boy in the 70s, and then going into the 80s, and to do this today, to actually do this podcast with you on mental health, this wouldn't have been done 20 years ago, and not just because there was not this available. It was just not done. It's a battle for me as well to go into the future. And I think I've said before, as I've got older, I've got more liberal. I don't mean the Liberal Democrats. I mean liberal in my thinking. Whereas in my 20s, and like I was Audie Murphy, I was in the army, I was going to Northern Ireland. You go on active tours, you learn everything, you do everything, you think you're Superman. And it was all black and white then. And you was almost judge and jury to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's not to say I'm a nasty man. It was just the way it was. But as I've got older and older, and about living and learning and looking around, I'm so liberal in my thought now that I surprise myself, because every workplace that employs over 50 people should have a little room, things like that, and back in the day, everyone would have said, oh, you're just being a big girl's blouse or this and that, be sexist or be that or that. But actually, we do need things like that because we're very delicate in here. I know we are, because I've met so many people in my life that were delicate in here and they're not here no more,
I mentioned this before, and I'm glad you mentioned that point, because I remember the time when I was at my worst in 2014, when I couldn't leave my bedroom for it was literally about 6 months. It was horrendous. And I remember my mum coming in, sitting down and talking to me. And she said, you're only an eyelash away from being sane and insane. It's so true.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, it is,
your mind can do all these things too. It's mad what your mind can do. And if you believe something, a lot of the physical symptoms that I was getting, your mind is doing that to your body. You're putting yourself through all that stress. And that's why you have to be kind to yourself and, just breaking that habit and stuff. You know what I mean, Duncan?
Yes, I do. Yes. A psychologist at Combat Stress said to me, every day, just do one thing, whether it's run a bath, have a nice meal, or just put some clean clothes on and have a good shave. Do something for you once a day. Love yourself. And it took me ages to understand what he meant. But now I do, because you do feel better. It does uplift you. You need that little bit of time for yourself, even if it's 10 minutes,
Yeah.
Just for yourself.
I'm just going to share this as well, Duncan, because this is about well-being and stuff. This is another one for taking care of your well-being can help you feel more able to manage stress. Different things will work for different people, but these are some ideas you could try. Be kind to yourself. Learning to be kind to yourself can help with how you feel in different situations. Try to take breaks in your day for things you enjoy and reward yourself for your achievements, even if they seem small. So like you just mentioned there, about what you were saying, do one thing a day. If you just run a bath or you do something, it's, you have to be kind to yourself. Try and find time to relax. This might feel hard if you can't do anything to stop a situation that is making you stressed. But if you can allow yourself a short break, this can help with how you feel. See our pages on relaxation for some tips and exercises. So all this is on Mind as well, by the way, for those that are watching. So develop your interests and hobbies. One thing that I'm big on, trying to find things that you enjoy. taking your mind off it. And you'll probably find that if you put time into things that you enjoy, you'll get your sleep back. You'll start to have a decent sleep, and sleeping's massive, isn't it, Duncan?
Yeah, Matt. Yeah,
sleep and
of
your
course it
food.
is.
Develop your interests and hobbies. Spending time on things that you enjoy can help distract them from stressful situations. If stress is making you feel lonely or isolated, shared hobbies can also be a good way to meet new people. And I mean, we've been doing this since I've started doing this, and look how many people that we've met. Or just doing the mental health side of things, and we've all got different hobbies, haven't we, Duncan? There's people in here that write the poems and stuff, and the paintings, the drawings, the YouTube side of things that we do. It all helps, doesn't it, mate?
Absolutely. You've got to do something that you enjoy and not something that the world wants you to do.
Yeah, definitely. Spending time in nature is a good one. I know that Town likes doing his walks and that. This can help you reduce stress and improve well-being. You could try going for a walk in a green space, taking care of indoor plants, or spending time with animals, our nature, and mental health pages for more information. Look after your physical health, getting enough sleep, like we mentioned earlier, staying physically active, and eating a balanced diet can make stress easier to manage. Stress can sometimes make these things difficult to look after, but even small changes can make a big difference, which is massive, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
And building your support network as well. So friends and family, support at work, support at a university or college, or peer support. This is a good one. The brain is like an engine. If you run it too hot all day, every day, without checking the oil and water, it breaks. How true is that, mate?
Yeah, that is a fantastic analogy, isn't it? Fantastic, because it's so true. And it, like that's a cliche as well. And like people forget, cliches have been around for 500 years, and some of them are bang on because they're tried and tested. People were saying these cliches 400 years ago, so they must have been working. It's like the old one. A change is as good as a rest, and you've just said that. And it's true. A change is like a rest because it's something completely different. You feel a bit more refreshed. You feel maybe a bit better. Just doing something completely different for an hour or half an hour is fantastic for a peer.
And it doesn't matter who you are, what beliefs you have. It can affect us all, can't it? You could be the most healthiest person, in the gym every day, and it can still, it can get anyone, can't it, mate? But the main,
of course, it can.
Not being afraid to speak out. That's the most important thing. Yeah, definitely. So we've got more comments to catch up on, mate, as well, because I'm awful at this. I'm sorry, guys. Jason, just get yourself back to normal, Blue Shadow. Since being ill, my mental health hit rock bottom. It has brought back my hallucinations, to be honest. It scared me. I was in pools of sweat, and also I was forgetting who I was. Jerry, I only drink on match day, so one day a week is fine. That's why I let my hair down when I go to the Blues.
Of course, but no one's saying that you can't have a drink every day.
No.
It's up to that person. It's just that if you're drinking for a good enough reason, then crack on. I mean, I'm the first one to swing off the chandelier with a bottle of brandy, if it's a good time. But obviously mine was self-medicating, and that was a big difference, So you've got to look at why you're doing it and not so much that you're doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to acknowledge it as well, don't you? And try and break that, because it's all a vicious circle, isn't it? You've got to try and, rather than doing it because you need it, you want to do it because you enjoy it.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course it is, yeah.
That's why it's important finding things to distract your mind. I think it could be anything. It could be drawing a picture, painting, I don't know, playing a game, watching films, movies, poems. There's loads of things, isn't there, mate?
Yeah, there is, but then, well, I mean, you can get a bit technical in the sense that a lot of people that do fitness, they do that and they're always on the go, because they don't like their own thoughts as well. But it gets a bit deep, and we have to get a balance to it. I mean, I know a lot of veterans more than people out here in Civvy Street, but I'm not making a difference here. I'm just saying I know a lot that keep busy, and they keep busy at under mile an hour because they don't want to go into themselves and think about things. It's getting that balance, isn't it? It's getting that balance right, and that's not up to a doctor or pills. It's up to that person themselves.
Yeah,
So
Spyro. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's well. Was that Spyro? Same guy from Block 39. Yeah, Spyro's building. I agree with you, Dunk. Denial is hard to get through. Susan, I've finally gotten to see psychiatrist after 3 years of trying an appointment in January. Oh, that's brilliant news.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah. No, that is very good.
Mark, good evening, Blue Noses. Merry Christmas to all. I suffer with BPD. Took me years to get diagnosed. I went and got the help I needed. Don't be afraid to speak out. Yeah, brilliant, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it's the best you can say now. I mean, a lot of people suffered in the past because they never spoke out, and I think the only way is up when it comes to things like this and to get treatment. Just speak out, just say. You might even find if you're out shopping and you have a bit of a session with yourself, because there's lots of things go on in here. Some shops have got like panic rooms now, or not panic rooms. They call them something else. Just ask if they got one, or because some are seeing that side of life more than ever. Where you can go and just take 5 minutes just to chill out and just to bring yourself back down to earth, whether it's a panic attack, or anxiety, or you're overstimulated, because we all get like that,
Yeah.
We really do. And we all suppress it and we all crack on, which is a good thing as well. I'm not saying it's not, but sometimes you need that time out,
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Sorry.
I don't think like when you acknowledge that something's amiss like with yourself, but like you say, like when you're putting it to the back of your mind and you're trying to like you have to go at it like head on, don't you? You have to break the cycle, don't you? Like once you acknowledge that, because it's not a bad thing. These problems you live with, it'll never go away, but it's realizing that, right, okay, I've got this. How can I make it easier for myself? How can I find these coping mechanisms? Can I speak out? It's massive.
Yeah, because it's like say someone applies for a benefit, and a lot of advice now is give them your worst ever day. And that's quite correct, because with your coping mechanisms, you can have a good week, and that's great. But sometimes your coping mechanisms don't work, and you do have that day from hell. And you've got to look at that, and without sounding doom and gloom, because it's not about that, but a lot of mental health will never go away. Like, there's no magic pill, there's no formula. Medication might help you have stability for the bit, or so forth, but it's all down to coping and managing, isn't it? And you've got to see what works for you, and you've got to come out of that situation, or not go there, or make allowances. And that's where other people, I don't think, that's where the rest of society's got to realise what's going on here, because there's more people than ever that have got mental health, because we're saying we have, we're going, excuse me, actually I'm here and there's something wrong with me. But whereas it was all hidden, wasn't it, before?
Yeah.
And if you'll probably find, I mean, this is just to pluck out the air, but through my psychology course I've been on, There's about 75% of people walking the streets with some type of mental health. And if we're all doing that, then we should all come together and say, right, this is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? But that is obviously not my thing, and it's not your thing. I mean, that's something for politicians and that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But it just makes you aware that it's bigger than what we think it is, you know?
Yeah, and it's okay to not feel okay. You know, it's okay to have a bad day. It's not frowned upon. You know, it's going to happen at some point in your life.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
Don't ever sit there and think, you know, that every day is going to be roses, and because it's not. If you can find ways to deal with those bad days, you know, it'll get easier, won't it, Duncan?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, what it does for me,
yeah,
because I've been so long at dealing with my own that I know what works for me and I know what doesn't. But that's not to say that it always works for me. I am open to try different things. I have tried a few different treatments just to see how I get on. Just be, you know, just try and be happy. Laughter's the best medicine. That's a cliche, but it's so true, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
you know,
really.
And family and friends are good, as long as you pick the right friends. And you can't pick your family, but if they're decent, then you're onto a winner, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, and like, and one of mine is, you might not believe this, but I haven't watched mainstream news for about 7 years. I refuse to watch it because it's doom and gloom, and I'm not watching it. And so I haven't got that added because, you know, I see snippets on YouTube or whatever, and I think, God, I'm so thankful I don't watch mainstream news, because it's there to beat you down, you know?
Really? Yeah.
You know, it's there. It's like, know your place. This is how it is, and that's. I'm not listening to it, because I've got enough on my plate in my life without that rubbish. You know what I mean? Like, and I haven't missed nothing, because I get up every day and I breathe and I eat and I do things that I want to do, and so nothing's changed in my life because I don't watch the mainstream. Well, there is a change. I'm not doom and gloom. You know, I don't know. It works for me, so you know.
No, bang on, mate. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Blue Shadow, I can see where I need to change certain ways in my life, but it's following through on your own promise, because you only let yourself down in the end if you don't achieve what you want in life. Do you think that, Dunk?
Yeah, it just comes down to personal discipline. I mean, I can tell you now that when I went through my basic training, I did a year's training, and because I was 16, so I had to do a year, and it was with the Royal Green Jackets, which is an infantry regiment, tough buggers, and the only thing that kept me going was the fact that if I went home, I've got to live with my dad, who was a bit fisty, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it was that or that. So that's what kept me going. And I had good discipline then. But that's not to say that I'm amazing, because I'm not, because I drank for 16 years and self-medicated, and that wasn't discipline. So it depends how you are in your life at what step. Because if you've got good discipline, there might be a time next year when you haven't got good discipline. So don't beat yourself up too much, Blue Shadow, or anybody else for that matter, because the time cometh the hour, cometh the person, and that's when you'll know when to do something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we got one off Chuzat. Can anyone get some advice on how to cut down drinking for self-medication? Is that something that you could kind of...
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to Chuzza as well, like, for saying this stream, by the way.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is he's just said that he's self-medicating, so that's amazing to get to in here. Chooser, if you've got to that in there, that is good. That is good stuff.
It's the hardest thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's the hardest thing. You've done it, mate.
And then it's just, I'm on the Facebook group of people that have been addicted to things, There's about 60,000 people in there from all around the world. And sometimes you need people to say, hey, you're amazing. You know, it's how you treat people in different ways. Me personally, I lost the taste for beer. I used to drink any lager, any beer. I've drunk beers from Germany, Denmark, South Africa. I've been out to Belize. I've been out to the Philippines. I've drank beer all around the world, and I've lost the taste for it. I can't stand the taste. So that was a good thing for me, because that helped me not drink, you know. I do like the odd brandy at Christmas, especially a German one, because they're the best ones. But look, if you know that you're self-medicating, that's a start, and that's good. So maybe look at maybe replacing it with something, or just go cold turkey. But you will know when the time's right.
Yeah.
You will know when the time's right. And because it will come in with discipline as well, you know, because you need the discipline behind you, and that's personal discipline, you know. I mean, no one's going to sit behind you and say, oh, give me that can of beer, or give me that, or give me that. It's down to you. And it's not because you're weak, it's just the way it is. It's actually the way it is. Because I look at people when they've had a few beers, and I'm so jealous, you know. But then I've got 4 San Miguel in my fridge. And I got them about 2 years ago. They're still in there. And I got them because I fancied a beer. But they've been in my fridge, and I keep wanting to drink them, but then I can't be bothered. So I don't know. It's hard for everybody, isn't it? All I can say is you've made a start by saying you're self-medicating, and that's good. And if you're self-medicating, without being too personal, why are you self-medicating? What is the reason?
Yeah.
So maybe then he can look down that reason and maybe open up his own brain to why is he self-medicating. I know that's deep, and I know that's hard to do, but you see, I've always been this thing. Right, I'm sorry to waffle on here, but there's always a reason for drinking drugs. And I'm not to say that smoking a joint on a weekend with the lads when you're 25, or having a half a bottle of tequila when you're in Spain, or I don't mean it like that. I mean when you're smoking full time, or you're coking every weekend, or you're drinking nearly every day. There must be a reason. There is a reason, and you've got to find that reason, because some people have locked it in a box, wrapped it full of chains, and they don't even know what they're doing it.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. You've got to acknowledge it. You've got to go at it head on.
And then maybe you won't be doing that because you actually understood, and that's where you get help for the reason why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm sorry to go around the reeking there, by the way.
Thanks for answering that, mate. So that's good advice. I don't do those things, even though I know I should. So I mean, that's another one. You know, mate, you've done the hardest things already, mate. Within them 2 comments there, straight away.
Yeah. So if you're self-medicating, then fantastic. It's now up to you to find that path why you're self-medicating. And what did that famous person say about someone that was a bit overweight, and they said, well, what can I do? Because, you know, I've tried this and tried that. And this, I don't know who it was, but I'm quoting from, I watched this thing. And this is the most basic thing you can say. Stop putting food in here. I know that's easy to say, but it's like, what else can you say to that?
Yeah.
You know, it's basic, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
Blue Shadow. Just I started drinking again because of my mum's anniversary of her death. But what I've done is just looked at the negativity and replaced it with something positive, alcohol, make me feel sick. Yeah, good on you, Blue Shadow.
Yeah, good on you, Blue. And you know, you see, don't ever feel bad about drinking alcohol. You know, Just don't feel bad about it. Just try and get a mindset when you know when you've had your fill, or when you know when you're doing it for a happy occasion. Yes, by all means. Will I drink maybe next year or last year when I had a mad time for one night? Yeah, go for it. But just you control it. Don't let that control you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good one as well off Jerry. It's all about motivation. You've got to motivate yourself. Now, the first thing to do is acknowledge it, and only you can make a difference. You know, we can all come together and do this, talk about it, but you know, it all depends on. It goes back to self-discipline, and that, doesn't it? You know, motivation. It's like the old saying, isn't it, Dunk? You can take a horse to water, but you can't.
Water. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
Same analogy, you know. You've got to make that first step. But you know, hopefully it's more out there now. Hopefully as the years go on, is there enough being done? Probably not, but
no, there's not. No,
it's getting more out there. Things like, you know, something as little as this stream. You know, something that we're doing together. 34 people watching. You know, a lot of you are talking on there. It's brilliant. But yeah, you've got to make that first step and motivate yourself.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you know, and just take them small little wins and put them in the bank, whatever it is. Make yourself feel better.
I was on recovering alcoholic, not drank for 20 years. I found I couldn't cut down. I had to stop.
Well done, Jason. And that's the way you did it, but it's different for everybody. But that's a savage way, and I've got to take my hat off to Jason, because to just completely stop, I couldn't do that. When I stopped, I had an 8-month battle, but just to stop, that shows, like, you know, that just shows, courage, strength, you know, and maybe if he thinks back to his life then, he probably was in a good place where he could do his personal discipline, you know.
Yeah. Choose that. Yeah, I'm always drinking on an empty stomach, and it feels awful, but I still have to. Autism, depression, and then the death of my dog and mother. I mean, that's a lot to take in one, but
yeah, massively. Yeah. I mean,
you know, that's the start, isn't it?
That's right. And there's his reasons, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, we can't take his reasons away, but we can try and understand. And somewhere down that path, Chooser, you've got to, well, you haven't got to, but it may be, like Jay has said, face them head on, and maybe one at a time, and maybe face them demons and see what happens when they come out the other side.
Yeah. We're gonna turn the phones on soon as well.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Dunk?
I've got 50%. Can you believe it? 50%'s gone in what? 50 minutes. iPhones are okay, but anyway, go on, go for it, mate. We've got another hour.
Yeah, I'm always drinking on empty stomach. Oh, we read that one, didn't we? Friday I started reading again with Cheltenham. Yeah, reading's really good. It's really good on a night as well when you're lying in bed, you know, because it was making me like drift off and stuff. Something to take my mind away from day-to-day thoughts. Of course, we are all different. Me being alone, most evenings it was hard to keep myself occupied.
Yeah, that is reading's good. I mean, it's all these different things that we can try, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Chuzzy, you must eat, mate. Drink plenty of water. I wrote a poem about Hello Darkness, my old friend. I think I've read it a few times, and I believe it helps people in their own way. Yeah, brilliant. And I've written a poem as well.
And me. Because Jay got on my back. He bullied me. Guys, Jay is a bully when it's one-on-one.
Right, so I've written a poem. I felt like I had to in a way because of all the wonderful poems that you guys read out, and this is everything about me, how it started, the events that unfolded when it happened. So, apologies if it's a little bit dark, but the poem I've called it "Living Proof" because I am living proof. There's nothing more that upsets me more when people are in denial about these things and then things happen. They do things to themselves. The suicide rates and everything else. So I am living proof that it gets easier. I promise you, there's a silver lining. And this is why this poem is called.
Excuse me.
So I'm going to start the poem, Dunk, if that's all right, mate.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you go for it.
But now, a lot of these things, it was a few years back. So in 2014, my world fell apart. A first love gone, a fractured heart. From always together to empty air, I lost her warmth, her love, her care. To escape the ache, I worked far away, chasing distraction, avoiding the fray. But guilt clung tight, like a shadow scream, while life unravelled its cruelest scheme. My mother grew ill, her partner fled, abandoned aside when sickness spread. And I, in Germany, helpless and torn, could only watch my soul would mourn. Confidence vanished, panic crept in, a war in my mind I couldn't begin. Breathless nights, a body unmade, the weight of despair, a life betrayed. Nausea, shaking, shivering dread, hallucinations of fear in my head. I couldn't eat, couldn't even sleep. The silence too loud, the dark too deep. 6 months I stayed in a single room, curled on my bed, engulfed by gloom, rocking and crying, begging for peace, wishing for this torment to finally cease. I missed my dad's 50th, shame consumed, a prisoner of fears I couldn't exhume. I longed to be there, but anxiety reigned, chains of depression left me drained. Floating through life, detached, unseen, looking past faces, numb to routine. I was a shadow of who I had been, a stranger trapped in a miserable scene. Then came a lifeline, a desperate plea, a counsellor's ear, chance to be free. I spoke of the pain, the torment inside, the fears I had hidden, the tears I denied. But still the darkness clung so tight, with every hope I struggled to fight. Then acupuncture, a needle's sting, became the start of my healing spring. Yet more than the needles, more than the care, was someone beside me, always there. Her name is Jem, who is now my wife, and I thank her for everything, for saving my life. She met me broken, in pieces afraid, and she loved every fragment and every shade. She sat with me night after night, making sure I could sleep, holding me tight. Through my shivers and cries, she stayed near, her presence my anchor, her voice my cheer. Thick and thin, she bore the weight. Through every struggle, she chose to wait. She saw in me what I couldn't see, the person I was, the man I could be. Through her love, I began to climb, out of despair, one day at a time. Her patience a beacon, her heart a guide. With her by my side, I learned to abide. Now here I stand, no longer alone, a life rebuilt, a strength I've grown. I'm happily married, 2 children's glee, their laughter echoes, reminding me that even in darkness, love can grow, even in sorrow, hope can show. To anyone lost, please hear me say, there's a way out, and you'll find your way. Speak your pain, let someone hear. Don't let the silence stoke your fear. Talking saves, it lights the flame. There's no shame in facing the pain. And when you're ready, take my truth. I'm here, alive, a living proof. The night may linger, the dawn feels far, but even in the shadows will shine a star. And that's my poem.
That's amazing, mate. I can't believe it. That's amazing. Wow. Wow.
Bloody hell, that was deep.
Yeah. Shall I do mine then, Joe?
Yeah. Sorry, Dunk. Just
No. I don't know whether or shall I say mine
no.
for another day?
You can do it, mate. Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote this a few years back. Well, yeah, I did actually. Yeah. Apologies, I'm just trying to find it. Right. Okay. Glasses on. Right. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah. I can hear you fine, mate.
Okay.
Take your time, Dunk.
Okay. 13 long years he served with pride, a soldier in green where courage resides. Through fire and battle, the man he became, but the scars still linger, etched deep in his name. The past a shadow, both tender and cruel, a boy and a soldier shaped by life's rule. The bottle once held him, a prison, a chain, a numbing escape from the unbearable pain. But Duncan found strength, a resolve so clear, to cast it aside and hold life dear. Now he strives for peace, for the mind at rest. Each step forward, a hard-fought test. 3 boys he loves, but can no longer see. A father's heart aches for what cannot be. Alienation cuts deep than steel, a wound that time and love can only heal. Yet his heart holds their laughter, their faces bright, a beacon of hope in his darkest night. Through the storm stands Evie, his guiding light. With her love he finds strength to keep up the fight. She grounds him in moments when life feels too much. Her kindness, a lifeline, her warmth, a soft touch. In her steady presence, his world feels aligned. A partner, a solace in heart and in mind. Complex PTSD is a storm in his head, a mix of the past, both spoken and unsaid. Dark days come heavy, like clouds of despair, yet good days still rise like a breath of fresh air. Through valleys of shadows, he walks with grace, determined to win this unwinnable race. And when the St. Andrew's roar fills the skies, he finds a brief peace, his spirit will rise. For the blues of Birmingham, through thick and thin, reflect his own battles, his fight to win. Resilient and steadfast through joy and strife, both team and the man echo the rhythm of life. To all those who are reading, take heart in his tale, for even in darkness the light can prevail. No struggles too mighty, no pain too vast. With courage and hope, the storm will not last. Duncan's journey, my journey, is proof as clear as the day that healing begins when we find our own way. Yeah, so, yeah.
It's brilliant, Duncan, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yours was 10 out of 10, bruv.
Nah. And yours was, mate. Bloody hell, that was fantastic, mate. Like, I mean, it's mad, isn't it? Like the poetry that you can do, and it just tells a story, doesn't it?
It's real life, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. I know my nan used to do poetry, and I used to not scoff at it, but you know, when you're little and you're young and you didn't know what was going on. But actually, I've read some of her poems, and it was all her own life, you know. And it's just, yeah, it's.
You all right, Duncan?
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool.
Good on you, mate. Smashed it as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, man. Are you going to put them lines on, mate?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, we've got a few comments just to read through as well. Sorry. My biggest thing is trying to find something that makes me laugh each day, even a silly memory just uplifts me. Hey Jay, I've just jumped on. Thanks for your video you released earlier. Thanks, brother. No worries, mate. Hi, Sadie. Hope you're well. This is what I love when they're talking.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Talking is the most powerful tool we have, 100%. Chose that struggling, mate, but thanks for asking, Lee. But nice to see you waiting in chat for me with the stream to start. So many comments, guys. Sorry. Ian, hi, I'm the kid who got your Waters boots. Oh, how you doing, son?
Wow, you lucky monkey.
Well, hope everyone's good and have a good evening. Keep right on. Keep right on, son.
Yeah, man.
Was that I'm feeling better from hearing and reading the comments. Thanks all. That's what it's for, mate. You know, this is why I do this, and this is why the poem is called Living Proof. I do this stream every month for this exact reason. This is why I do it. And that's what we do, Dunk. You know, we help each other, don't we, mate? Family, we might.
Yeah, we are. I mean, you know, guys, I think I've said before, but some of you may not know, right? I had never met Jay. I'd seen him on the YouTube, and he came to my house over in Shirley to see me. And he's got a family and a wife, and he lives over in the Black Country, and he came here, and that speaks volumes. I can't believe he still did that. Fantastic, mate. Thank you very much.
I can't believe you brought me some beers as well.
Well, I'd seen you.
5 minutes.
Well, you know, it is what it is, isn't it?
Nice.
You didn't give me back, though, did you? You took them.
Oh, no. Can't if they're any good, mate.
Oh, dear. You got to laugh, haven't you?
I love it. Your poem yourself, so beautiful, so raw and full of lots of emotions. Reach out, lovely Jay. Susan, well, it's beautiful, Jay. Thank you all. Yeah, it was just, yeah, it's hard, like when you look back and you know, and you realise how far you've come, and that, you know, that's why it's called Living Proof, because you know I've been there. Wow, Jay, hidden talent's beautiful, mate. Love you more, town. We have another one here. We can learn and grow from one another's experiences and achievements. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And just going back to cliches, guys, you know, there's one I said to someone the other day, because there was someone that I went up into Solihull to do something, and someone was nasty to someone in the pub. Look at me, I'm always in the pub, but I'm not in there getting you know, shit faced. I'm in there, you know, speaking to people, whatever. But I said to this person, and this is a cliche, but it's true. If you've got nothing nice to say, just don't open your gob, innit? You know what I mean? Because why? Just don't, just don't. Like if you, it just so annoys me, that does, because I know that I might be overweight. I know that I stutter. I had meningitis as a kid. It left me with a stammer. That's life. But I don't need no one to tell me that in a nasty way. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I know. So why make me, you know, it's just power and control, isn't it? So just, I've actually, years ago when I was in the army, I've taken people outside and dealt with it outside, because I can't be dealing with people that are so negative, and people don't need it because it causes all sorts of trouble. Do you know what I mean? So sorry to get on the line.
No, it's all right, mate. Well,
you know,
that's another, you know, about what we was on about, self-motivation and dealing with it, speaking out. You know, that's another thing I never knew till you just said that, Dunk. Yeah, it's good on you, mate.
Yeah. You know, like, and I've always been told from the psychologist to combat stress, whoever you meet in authority, whether it's the doctors, the dentist, the library, the council, or whatever, you tell them that you've got PTSD straight away. And you know what? Ever since I've done that, and I've been doing it for about 5 years now, they will open doors for you. Not physically, I mean, make it better for you in whatever you're dealing with. Do you know what I mean? Because you've let them know. It's like when I speak on the telephone, I say, look, I'm savvy. I know I'm savvy, but I struggle on the phone. And I tell them, and then they treat you 110% better. You know, you've just got to almost have no shame in admitting you've got a problem. And that does take courage, but once you've done it once, you'll do it 1,000 times. So really choose if you can walk around with a sign on your head saying, I was an alcoholic yesterday, but now I'm not. I'm joking, but just enjoy the moment, chooser. You've come on in, you've said that's amazing, and all power to you. And who wants to see my tattoo?
Shit on the Villa. Go on, Dunk.
Yeah. Now you go down Villa Park and you get your arm out. That will give you mental health.
Brilliant.
I'll be going home in an ambulance. Sorry, mate.
Well done, Dunk. Great poem.
Thank you very much.
Poet's Corner here, Wowie. Good poem. Duncan from Lee Burke. Susan, fantastic, Duncan. Richelle, great poem, Dunk. Sadie, really beautiful, Jay. Got me emotional. You are dark horse. It was a dark poem. Jerry, nice one, Duncan. My grandfather lived in Hollywood in Brum, but I live in the Netherlands. Oh, fair play, mate. Absolutely amazing too, Dunk. So moving. Fucking love people that speak out like that, Dunk. How did it go? Often it's a waste of time. We all inspire each other, and now we all got our own twist when it comes to poetry. It's beautiful from Blue Shadow. Just I can't believe you got a Villa tattoo. Dunk, that's a real one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, Dunk, mate, that's class. Right, we're going to turn the phones on. Okay. Right, we're going to turn the
man. While you're just doing that, I'm just going to pop to the toilet, bruv.
Yeah, no worries. I'll go probably halfway through a call, Dunk, so you can hold the fort. Just waiting for the phone to turn on, guys. Any more comments? Oh, try again, Colin, mate. It's just gone off for some reason. Just gone off. Yeah, try again, Colin. Colin.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. I'm sorry, Jay, I can't comment on the telly. I don't know what to do. I had to comment. But I've been watching all the messages and listening to your poems.
Yeah.
Great poems, mate. Great poems.
Mate. Yeah, this is why I do it, mate, because I am living proof, like, that it does. There's always a way out. There's always a silver lining, mate, and that's why I wanted to go into detail about me, how it started with a poem, and then, to where I am today, and this is why the mental health stream that I do every month means a lot to me, like, because I want to try and help more than anything. The last thing I want is for people to feel like how I felt. And I remember looking back at myself, and it was awful, mate.
Well, I've had, I don't know if you heard of this illness, schizophrenia.
Yeah.
I've had that most of my life. But I don't take my medication. I'm all right.
Yeah. Does the medication help you though, Colin, or not?
Well, I'm on the drug called clozapine, and it's a really expensive drug.
Yeah.
And it's for resistant paranoid schizophrenia.
Right.
That means if you take these drugs and if they don't work, they put you on clozapine, but you still need another drug to go with it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you mean. So like what is that, Colin? For people that probably haven't heard of it, you know, is it something that's different for everybody, or is it something that's kind of similar, like the symptoms you get? Like...
Yeah, I've got a few people I know. I haven't got no friends, but I know a few people who go to the clinic where I go with my blood test and that. You need a blood test with that tablet.
Yeah.
And they've got the same symptoms as me. So I'm not by myself.
Yeah.
I can't even go to the blues anymore, mate. It makes me really paranoid.
Really? Oh, I'd love to see you down there, mate. To be honest.
I love the blues. That's the only thing I live for.
Yeah. Well, and us as well.
I know,
You've got
mate.
us there, mate. You got friends for life now, mate. Can you hear Duncan? Okay.
Duncan.
Hello, bruv. Right.
Hello, Duncan.
Hello, mate. You right?
Colin's on the phone.
Yeah, Colin. I had a stage of that, a bit of paranoia back in the late 90s. I didn't go to any football matches. I mean, I was away as well, but you know, when I come on leave or whatever, I went to one game and I took a friend to Villa Park actually, and it was West Brom and Villa because he had come up from the south of England and he was a big West Brom fan. So I took him to that, and I had a mad moment in that. I could say I had the moment because of Villa Park, but it actually wasn't. It was just me, and like I had to get out of that stadium straight away. You know, it could have been any football stadium. I'm not saying it was because of that, and I didn't go. Like I had a fear of crowds and all sorts. I did for a long time. Yeah, crazy. So I'm not saying that I fully understand, but I have been there a little bit and I know what it's like. And it's okay for someone to say, pull yourself together or do this or do that. But you've got to know when the time is right to go down the blues again. I think. You know what I mean, Colin?
And I was so stressed throughout the game. I was with my nephew. I do buy season tickets, but I don't use them. I give them away.
Oh, bless you.
It's my way to invest into the club, you see.
Yeah. Have you got like anything what makes you feel better, Colin? Like any hobbies or like things that take your mind off it?
Watching your channel, mate.
Oh, Colin, mate. Love you loads, mate.
The thing is, I've just had a new phone.
Yeah.
I've blocked, usually you notify me. Well, you didn't notify me. That's my old phone. This phone, I don't know what I've done to it. I cocked it all up, mate.
It's all right, mate.
Before I go anyway, I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm going to make a donation to your channel.
Yeah.
Look, if it says Daryl, it's off me, Colin.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Colin, mate. Honestly, you don't have to, but thank you, mate. Honestly, means a lot, mate.
If it says off Daryl,
yeah,
it's off me.
Okay, mate.
Don't get confused up. I'm getting confused with my phone.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
And I love the show.
We love you, mate.
Yeah. You're a top dude, mate, to get a season ticket and then give the tickets away. That's amazing.
Yeah. And for speaking out as well, Colin, fair play to you, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud of you, mate.
I do,
Good on
Sam, I do stuff like
I'll get his earphones out. He's talking his phone.
Duncan,
Yes.
I come from you, like, I do get a stutter.
You what, bruv?
A stutter.
Oh, you got a stutter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Colin said he's got a stutter.
Yeah, I'm the same, bruv. Like, I've had it all my life since I was 5. I don't care no more.
No do hobby.
No, I mean, if someone wants to take, I mean, I'll just give them the finger. You know what I mean? It is what it is, isn't it? You know? But no, mate, no, it's good. Like I've met some people in my life that have got some serious problems going on, and all I think to myself now is my heart goes out to them, and I'll move mountains to help other people now, because that's what it's all about, Colin. And for you to buy a season ticket to give money back into the club and give the tickets away is absolutely fantastic. In fact, someone at the club should know about that, because that is just going above and beyond. What do you reckon, Joe?
Yeah, I agree, mate. Yeah, I agree,
Fantastic.
mate. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, and to have the confidence to phone us, like Jay up and to talk like that is just, I take my hat off to you. I really do.
Yeah.
You're a top lad, mate.
Colin's a regular now, ain't you, mate?
Yeah, I always phone Jack General.
Go on, Colin.
At the moment, and I'm not getting no notifications. Bring your channels on.
I think you got to press the, on the YouTube thing. I think you got to press the bell.
The bell.
Yeah, next to the subscribe button.
Yeah.
You press the bell, then it'll give you all the notifications, like if I go live and all that kind of stuff. I'll send it to your phone then.
Okay.
All right, mate.
Yeah. I'll let somebody get else on now. Anyway.
But keep being you, Colin, and keep smashing it, mate.
I will do.
Keep that on, mate.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Duncan.
No worries, mate. Anytime.
Bye. Keep right on.
Keep right on, mate.
Bye.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to Colin.
Yeah, fantastic.
You're right, Dunk.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sort out this charging and hearing on the headphones. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
All right, it's Jason Treadfield.
Jason, how you doing, son?
I'm all right, sir.
I'm going to save your number, mate.
All right.
Just if you want to ring in the future, then I've got it anyway. How you doing?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good in good place. Like, I'm no good at poetry or anything, but I've been through quite a lot in the past and got through it. And your show's brilliant, and you know.
Mate. And a fair play as well for speaking out about it, like just as well, mate.
That's all right.
Good on you, mate.
Well, speaking to others helps me, so it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what this is for, mate. It's for that reason, like. You know what I mean? I am a doctor, but it's just it just gives people a platform to, get things off the chest, or if they want to share past or present experiences. It helps, and it's really inspiring, isn't it, mate?
It is indeed, yeah. Well, I've been in a mental hospital like 5 times, but I get through it and I come out. I seem to come back stronger, like, you know what I mean?
Good.
And this time in July, last time I was in, it was a nightmare, but when I come out, I lived at my mum and dad's for a couple of months to get myself together, get my marbles back.
Yeah.
And start going down the blues, like with the old man. It's helped me massively, like,
Oh, brilliant.
You like, talking with you on the phone. It's helped me tremendously.
Fair play, mate. What sort of mental illness was it? Jason, is it okay if you can?
Well, no, it's like the life story. I've always suffered with anxiety and depression
Yeah, I can
since
relate to that,
childhood.
mate.
I ran away from school and, got expelled in the end for skiving. And, I don't know, I turned to alcohol. It was my first love. And, it made me feel safe. And it was with me everywhere I went. And then it just took over everything. And then I had to let go of that. And then...
Yeah, it's
And then I became a bit. I started going. I went to rehab and that in Shrewsbury, and I got sober and that.
Wow, Shrewsbury. I know
That was 20
Shrewsbury.
years ago. I'll be 21 years sober in June.
Good
January.
on you, mate.
It's fantastic, bruv.
With the reasons why I drank in the first place, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good on you, mate. You're speaking about it in like 20
I
years
love
sober
it.
as well, mate. I mean, you should be proud of yourself, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, so I've got a lot of experience, and I just want to help others as well. You know what I mean?
Good
Yeah,
on you.
man.
I want people to go through what we've been through.
Yeah.
And, the anxiety, depression. I was diagnosed with, last time I was in hospital, with something to do with schizophrenia, but I'm not sure. I think life just gets in the way, it gets on top sometimes.
It's hard, isn't it, mate?
Pardon?
It's hard, isn't it, life? It's not an easy...
No, some people manage lives okay, like they're nurtured, brought up, and they manage. But some people, like me, your brother and sister, are fine. It's me that's always had the mental health problems, like, you know what I mean? But I battle through them, and I just get stronger and stronger. And
yeah,
I just see it's like when my wife died, like 12 years ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate.
Oh, bruv.
We were in recovery, in rehab, and we saved each other in a way. And what happened was, when she died, a lot of people thought I'd start drinking again, but I just told myself, well, if I started drinking again, it would just be an excuse.
Yeah.
So I just carried on that drinking and just plodded on, and you get through things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Found out that I'm a lot harder, stronger than I thought I was. I thought I was
self-care,
really
mate.
weak, and
and being kinder to yourself. I mean, that's proof, isn't it? You've
I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah,
I look at it before, but I really like myself. You know what I mean? And not nearly as much as I love the blues, and you know what I mean. So yeah. Anyway,
Steve wanted me to tell you to say thanks as well for the t-shirt, mate.
All right, no problem.
Cheers for that, mate. Bless you.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. You've done so well, bruv.
Thank you. Cheers, Duncan.
Yeah. How old are you, bruv?
I'm 52, last Thursday.
You're the same generation, eh? 70s, growing up in the 70s with all the fights in the playground.
Yeah. Well, I had a cardiac arrest as well when I was 25. Like,
really? Wow.
So,
yeah, mate.
So I've been through it quite a bit, but these things, the toughest challenges are given to the best soldiers.
I think so. Yeah.
Got a plod, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it sounds like you're doing really well, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been down the blues lately?
Yeah, I got a season ticket with my dad, my brother, and my nephew.
Oh yeah. So where do you sit?
I've seen him a few times.
I sit block 24 in the lower cop.
Lower cop. All right then, because I'm down there on Boxing Day. I'll try and what had me on I don't know. My mind's gone blank.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
I could join onto your channel, PTSD.
Yeah. All right then, and then when I'll see you on Boxing Day, we'll have a massive gathering of all the mental health problems in Birmingham, and we'll all be outside the cop on Boxing Day. How about that? That'd be good for us, wouldn't it? We'll celebrate it.
Phone, let others phone in.
Jason, we
All
love
right,
you
thank
loads,
you.
son.
Jace, yeah.
Send my love
Cheers,
to your dad
bruv.
as well.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, send my
Love
love to
you
your dad.
all.
Keep right on, mate.
All right, love you all.
Love you more, mate. Keep right on.
How inspiring are the last 2 phone calls been?
Oh,
It makes me. It should be me ringing in them 2. Wow.
Blue Shadow.
Yes, Jay.
How you doing?
Getting over this horrendous bug that I've had.
Oh no.
Yeah, it hasn't been great, to be honest. Hi to Duncan. Sorry, I didn't forget you.
It's okay, bruv.
Yeah, it's kind of like I've been out like floored for a whole week. I've been having mad hallucinations. I've had the hot and cold sweats, the shakes, but then I've had this like excruciating pain that comes with it.
Yeah.
And now it's just like fatigue that I've got and a testy cough, but it was probably one of my worst week ever, to be honest with you. My mental health just hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who I was anymore. It kind of, and then that's what I'm saying. Like I was there and I was like, "What the hell's going on with me?" I think I kind of just come to realise that maybe it's like a lot of things in one go. That I weren't really giving myself much time for myself, and
that's what it is. And not feeling poorly and stuff as well. It does take a toll on your mental well-being as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it messes with your head as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And obviously Kiara weren't very well. Little Blue, she weren't very well either. So she had her moment. So, you know, trying to get her through it and then get myself through it and then deal with everything in between all of that, it just didn't exactly go to plan. But yeah, it just gave me a new sort of outlook on my life of where I want to go.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, when it comes to alcohol, like I say, like I've just recently had my mum's birthday. I didn't drink for that. I left the cans in the fridge and I went, no, I can't. The thought of alcohol going into my system, I just wanted to be sick. So I was like, no, that's you know, that's something I want to change in, and like I've changed it now. I know that I won't touch it.
Yeah.
And then obviously for my smoking, like I want to give up the fags. The vape might have been the vape. I think would be harder because I tend to like my banana vapes. Yeah. So it's the flavouring, you get me. So it's kind of like the mentality of like, what can I replace with a vape? But like with the alcohol, it's kind of easy for me because it's one of them. It's whether I do or I don't do it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or when it comes to like other things, it's kind of like, what do you replace it with? And if you don't replace it with alcohol, do you replace it with drugs? If you don't replace it with drugs, you know, do you? I mean, in the past, I've had a gambling habit, so you know, like, do I go back down that route? Well, not really, because it wouldn't be the, you know, wisest choice to do. So it's thinking, okay, what can I do for myself? To not go down any of them sort of like paths or avenues again that I know will get me into a lot of trouble in the long run.
So what have you been doing to try and keep your mind away from how you've been feeling? Have you been doing anything, like any drawings, paintings, or?
I've been having a look back on my poetry that I've like writ. I'm still trying to find Lee Burke's one. I ain't got a clue where I've pulled it. This is the thing. So it's kind of like, I know I had it in front of me and it's just disappeared. I'm like, oh, sake. But I will find it. That is a promise. I will get round to finding it. But yeah, it's a matter of, I've been just looking back on my poetry, seeing how far I've come from when I first wrote like certain things. And I go, okay, so that's, you know, happened a few months ago.
Yeah,
this is how I am now. So there's been maybe a little tiny change somewhere in my, you know, thought process or something like that. And then I've got my friend who lives like 2 streets away, and you know, like she's been worried when I got ill, and she's been on the phone, "Are you all right? You're scaring me." And I'm like, "Why am I scaring you for?" And she's like, "Because I've not known you like this. I've not known you to just cut, you know, like me off straight away." And I was like, "I don't mean to like cut you out my life. I'm just trying to, you know, get over this hump of a bug that I've got."
Yeah.
And then I'll be back in contact. And she kind of understood in the end. She was like, "You know what? I gave you your space. I didn't understand at first, but I gave you your space. Now I understand." She said, "But never do that again." She said, "You had me worried." So I was like, "All right, okay, I apologize," kind of thing. And yeah, I think that's helped me out a lot to know that, you know, she could have just got up and gone like, "Fuck you, you know, I ain't getting spoke to like that. You want to, you know, diss me, whatever." And she never did that. She was like, "Nah, I'm here in the background. Just pick up the phone, leave me a message." And I was like, right, at least she's there. I know she's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's hard sometimes because a lot of people that like haven't experienced it or don't really understand it, they find it difficult to like what would be the word for it? Like intervene, interact.
yeah.
Like they find it harder, don't they, to do that? Whereas we're doing this, you know, it's easy to it's easier, well, for us to communicate because we've all had various issues. Dunk's back.
I do apologise. Right, the iPhone's the best phone to do this, but the power goes quick. But I'm back. The man of the moment.
He's back.
He's back. Da, da, da.
Have you got
Back again.
Have you got anything to say to Duncan, Blue Shadow?
I just really want to say, like, at the start of the show, you know, there was a lot you spoke about concerning, you know, actually pushing yourself through things and knowing when you know there's something wrong, kind of thing, and actually, you know, seeing it and dealing with it. And I think, you know, by taking that advice, like, I know that I've got problems in my life that I don't deal with, but knowing that others have got like the same kind of thing going on, and listening to how they deal with it, it kind of helps me to go, right, okay, sort your problem out, sort your life, sort your problem, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I did like. I mean, I've read it a few times. About the poem I wrote about "Hello, Darkness, my old friend," and I was wondering, can I read it one more time?
Yeah.
And I just want people to listen, and just look at it, and from probably their point of view of what they're going through in their lives, and hopefully it'll help them to understand more about, you know, their darkness, etc.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go for it, Blue Shadow.
Okay. So it goes, "Hello, darkness, my old friend. You're standing by me once again. I'm praying that this is not the end, because I look at my arms and I just can't break this cycle. With the dark clouds that's been growing, I'm just the paper as it's recycled. Yeah, crushed up and torn, I'm just the invisible ink, handed down and reborn for this picture I'm in. Hello there, darkness. Guess what? I just can't picture a thing. Not even remember the city I live, because it's been taken and hid. In a takeout from reality is a stake through my heart, because I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I'm just broken and scarred. See, I just can't live anymore because my life is just ruptured. Just watch the blood start to seep out, and what you just find is just nothing. Just the darkness within. Yeah, that's my old friend. He's never left my side, not once, but has left me tripping off meds, drained out and just left in a puddle of sweat. Smacked off my face, I'm hanging, yeah, hanging off walls. From the swinging the chain that's got me chained to the floor. Then I'm talking to the shadows and they're talking back with a smirk, asking why I don't smile. Well, when I try on my face, it just hurts. For darkness, you should know this. It reignites all those memories inside, and my mental health just suffers as I'm left there to die. So when you put that match to the flames, it's an outpouring of tears, and every droplet of water is another part of this feeling. For the depression I have, I can no longer hide, And so I guess when my hope is all but gone, now has these fears come alive. So my old friend from the darkness, it's time to let go, because I'm a failure. It's just simple. I reject you, do know. And from the shadows on the wall, my thoughts are still unclear. As I feel emotions withdrawn, I can see who you are. For I see you're the devil with horns, you're the death that I face. And with each step that I take, that's my bearing my heartache. So how can I fight this, for God's sake? When this thing that descends is not even from a place where there's peace. It's a darkness overcome with the pain and the torment. Yeah, the devil has came, and all I want to do is hide away from the public, because they criticise the way I look, even target my daughter, say nasty things because it makes them look important. And whilst we're left just drowning with no one to hear our calls, the bullies continue the insults of you ugly and fat. It's disgusting you were born. And so as I close my eyes from all of this pain, it's because I'm finally defeated, for my mental health has taken each and every beating that I and we will ever face. And so with the slashes across my chest and the writing on the doors, I take a little breath in, and that last breath is the end, as this is my goodbye to the darkness I once called my friend.
Well done, Blue Shadow. Brilliant
Thank
poem,
you.
that is. Fair play to you.
Cheers, mate.
You're talented, ain't
It's
you?
very deep, very you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like, it's a very dark sort of mentality of when I'm in a really like bad place, and it's kind of like, okay, right, I know I've got friends on the outside, but it's like I'm talking to the actual, like, the devil, the shadows, the things that beats me down each day. And I suppose when you're having like that conversation with yourself, it's not just like one of the best things in your life that you can do, but at least, you know, hold up a minute. Like, you are not going to stop me from being the person I know I could be in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I say. I think it doesn't just help me for how I wrote it, but hopefully it'll help the people out there that are going through their own sort of darkness, and can actually stand up and go, you know what? No, I'm going to stand with Shadow. I'm going to stand with Jay. I'm going to stand with Duncan. You know, we're going to face it head on. Fuck our fears, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Yeah. Fair play to you, Blue Shadow.
But I'm going to go, mate, anyway. And hopefully see you at a game soon.
Definitely.
So,
100%.
Yeah.
Talking to about it, like bumping into you guys, it was just spur of the moment, weren't it? I didn't even know you was there.
You know, like I said, I'm usually the lookout, because I'm like talking to everyone, and then I think it was, I was looking for Nick, because like obviously Don wanted to meet him and that, and like he spotted me first, and then obviously I was like, oh, Don, this is Nick, da, da, da. Anyway, got on with it. And then out of the blue, all I was doing, I was like, bloody hell, like, Jay-Z, what's going on?
Was that the first time that Nick as well that night?
Yeah. But, and then obviously I'm there and I'm going, as soon as I heard you say something along the lines of, oh, let's get him for the video. And I'm like, oh, God, no. So there's me trying to duck and dive, and yeah, it didn't work. It didn't exactly go to plan, but.
Yeah, we love you, Blue Shadow.
Yeah, I love you too, Jay.
You're part of the gang now, mate.
Yeah, part of the gang. Can't shut me up, and technically can't get rid of me, even if I try to duck and dive out of the way.
It's fate.
Yeah, it's definitely something like that. But like I say, it was my first time meeting Dunk that day as well, and very pleasant guy. And my daughter's like, oh, who's this, mummy? I was like, this is Duncan. And like, yeah, she was so happy to see him. Like, every time she sees someone that I like talk to, you know, off the podcast and that, and she looks up to you, and I think that's a nice thing to have. Like, she's got role models in her life, in a sense, and that's how she sees you all, like little role models in her life. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, little Blue's birthday's coming up anyway, Saturday 21st, and she'll be 12, would you believe?
No way. Go on, little Blue. She's gonna be a
But,
teenager then next year. Then
I know, man. Well,
13.
she's already in the boy scene already, and I'm like, oh no, I've got to deal with all that yet. But yeah, one changes for the world. Like I say, you don't change your kids for the world,
No,
mate.
no.
It's what they make you, and you make them. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
100%.
but yeah, all I gotta say is nice to meet you again, Dunk, and hopefully meet you again down the game soon. Keep
Yeah.
right on.
Keep right on.
Down the Villa and fuck 'em all.
Definitely.
Come on, you Blue boys.
Yeah, definitely. Come on, you Blue boys.
And and I say, everyone in chat, I love you all, and keep smiling. And if you need to phone in anytime, just pick up the phone. We're here to listen. It don't matter who it is. Just pick up that phone.
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
That's
nice
what
one,
it's for.
mate.
Right, have a good one, Blue Shadow.
All right, good night.
Keep right on. Good
See you
night.
right on.
See you later.
Night. Bye. See you, Dunk. Bye. Bye.
Dunk.
Amazing.
Glad-
The 3 phone calls have just been absolutely stunning, and they uplifted me. And I probably needed this more for me tonight than
Steve.
How you doing, mate?
So, mate, you.
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad.
How you
How
feeling
yourself?
now?
I'm better now. You know,
Good.
I went to the game Saturday. Gutted you wasn't there.
I know, mate. I know. I was gutted as well,
what-
mate. I was with you in spirit, though, if that helped.
I know, but it was still like you know, felt something was missing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
mate.
like you
You're
know,
making me all emotional again.
honest to God, like it was like you know. Dave said to me, he goes, bloody hell, he says, you know, loads of people make for you know. The little Asian guy that sits between me and Dave's mate.
Yeah.
He's in hospital as well. He got what we've had, you know, what the thing is, but his lungs and kidneys have packed up and everything. So,
Oh, no.
you know what I mean? It's like, oh. But anyway, listen, I was unfortunately, I missed the first start of the show, but right, this is going to be a bit. No,
It's all right, mate.
I'm just gonna come out and be truthful, right? Listen, what I know for a fact is that everybody that's got an addiction, be it drink or drugs, they've got an addiction. They're masking something else in their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the addiction they've got to the drugs or the drink is they're trying to forget something else, or they've got something in their life they can't deal with.
Yeah.
And so they take the drugs or the drinks, and you know, and then that gets out of hand, and then things just get even worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna be just. I've never been this honest before in my life. Now, Jay knows,
Take your
and
time,
like,
mate.
I've got when I met Jay, I've got a lot of respect for him because he's a lovely, caring, kind guy. And I'm not just saying this because I'm on there. So I'm a very honest person, and so I had to say to Jay, "Listen, mate, I've got something I've got to tell you," and you know, and basically, I told you, didn't I, Jay, that I've got an addiction, and it was to crack cocaine and heroin. And this is an addiction that I've been fighting since 1996. I'll tell you what happened. I was with, you know, Cody's mother.
Yeah.
I was with her since just before we was 13, up until I was 25. And then we kind of had a bit of a split. And you know, being with someone for that amount of time and then like not having her there. Well, anyway, I just went on a bit of a mad one. I got involved in the wrong people, and basically, I ended up getting nicked with 49 ecstasy tablets. Now, I don't know if you can remember back then, but in 1995, I got nicked. In between getting nicked for these tablets and going to court, there's a girl called Leah Betts died, and she was a policeman's daughter.
Yeah.
And she had an ecstasy tablet, and at her birthday that she was having it, and he was there. This couple was there, like, and she died. And oh my God, it was like, you know, so I got nicked in, like, say, November '95. I think this happened in like the January. So then by the time I've gone to court, you know, early '96, I'd have been better off going to court selling crack and cocaine and heading to little school children, because ecstasy was just the scum of the earth, all because of like this Leah Betts, his copper's daughter. So I'd only ever been to court once before when I was 16 for a daft assault, you know, just something daft. I've never been to court, so now this is like, you know, 10 years later now, I'm 26, never been done for drugs, never been done for anything. It's only the second time, you know, I've never been to court. And I got 4 years and 9 months for 49 ecstasy tablets. 4 years, 9 months. And like, my head was shot. Now, just before I went to jail, they brought out what they call the piss test for the, you know, the drug tests. And basically, you know, if you're smoking cannabis would stay in your system for supposedly 28 days, but, you know, heroin would only stay in your system for 3 days. So everybody stopped smoking cannabis, and it was like, you know, all heroin. Now, I got this 4 years, 9 months. My head was totally shot. And 5 days later, I got a tape. No, 5 days later, I got moved from Blakenhurst to Winson Green, and I had to go, you know, you see the doctor, and I'd seen the doctor, and I had to wait for an officer to take me back to cell. And I went on the phone, to my dad, and he told me my best mate had killed himself the night before.
Bloody hell, mate.
And it was a accumulation of.
But that was a lot, weren't it, mate? All in one eat.
Well, I just couldn't believe it. You know, it was my best. It was my best mate. He was like, I can't even. You know, there'll never be anybody like him ever again. You know, he was just someone special. And like, but the worst thing about it was the night he did it. He did it. You know, he was into his music on his decks and all that. You know, music and whatever.
Yeah.
And he'd done a tape, and he sent it to me, and he said, "I know it's a bit deep, but this will be the last time you hear from me." So, then I've got this letter. They didn't give me the tape, but I got the letter. So I found out he killed himself, and then on the afternoon I got the letter telling him, and it was like, and my head was shot. Now, I don't know why, but I suddenly had this, you know, like this infatuation that I needed to know why he. Now, what it was, he'd been on heroin years before. He lived in Nottingham, and he'd come back. He come back to like it was Studley, just outside Redditch, you know, and he got off it and whatever. But 2 lads he was working with, they was in Manchester, and they said, "Oh, you used to do heroin, you know, should we get some?" Anyway, they ended up getting some, and 3 things happened to him. And I'm not going to go into it, but 3 devastating things happened.
Yeah.
And that night, you know, he hadn't touched his heroin for years, but he injected his one mate, he injected his other, and then the rest that was left put into two inject, and he done it, and he OD'd on purpose.
Bloody hell.
And it was like, I just couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, I've got this, you know, infatuation. I've never even seen heroin. You know, never the mind side. I've never seen it.
Cool.
So
fair play for you speaking about this so far, though, Steve, mate. Good on you.
You know, I said to you from day one, didn't I? Look, you know, I'm honest. You know what I mean? And like, if I've got respect for you, then I'll say it. And I just need to get, you know, before I get this off the chest. Now, in 9 months, I spent £12,000 on this bloody shit. I ended up doing 4 years, 6 months out of 4 years, 9 months because, oh my God, my sister's husband, he was, you know, he got married, you know, bought an house, you know, she had a couple of, they tried to get her pregnant, she had a couple of miscarriages. They bought a brand new house in Worcester, brand new build. He was working as, he was a truck driver. They asked him to be a transport manager. So they bought this brand new house. She's 2 weeks after giving birth to their child. And he said a couple of times about an headache. And she says, "Why don't you have a doctor?" He goes, "I don't go to the doctors for a bloody headache." Anyway, a week later, he's left work and there was 2 lads in a car, no insurance, nothing like that, pissed up. He's come round the corner, it's country lane, they've hit him their side on. He was in a ditch upside down. They've, you know, they've had to come and cut him out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Gone to the hospital and because like they put him in an induced coma because you know, and they put him through an MRI scan and they found out that he had like what's it called, a brain tumour.
Brain tumour, bloody hell.
And this accident had like basically not burst it, but you know, and so my sister, who's a week after giving birth to their child, you know, they've only been married just over 12 months. They've just, you know, they've only bought this brand new, you know, 250 grand house in Worcester the week before. And he was on a life support machine for 3 days. And then she's up, you know, they've turned it off, like, and then like 2 days later, my sister gave birth to their son that he never got to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, I bet that was awful, mate.
And you know, all my family's always said, like, you know, best thing that could have, you know, they're so glad that I was in jail when that happened because if I wasn't, I'd be in jail doing a life sentence now because these lads got away with killing him. You know, even though they was pissed up, even though there was no insurance, whatever, they got away with killing him because it wasn't the crash that killed him; it was the brain tumour.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to name names, but these 2 lads were in a low.
You there, Steve?
Has he gone? Is he?
Steve? I think he's gone.
Yeah. Oh, but that's. You see, you don't come back like that. You just got to cope with it somehow, haven't you?
Steve?
I don't know what happened there, mate. Yeah, so long story short, he was on the next table and he heard them bragging about how he, you know, how they, you know, killed you. And now the person I'm on about is, he was a martial arts expert. So all I'm going to say is that, you know, they got, you know, their weapons. But, you know, it one thing after another. My best mate, my sister's husband, because, 3 days after, that they turned life fortunate, she gave birth to their son that he never got to see 2 days later and that. And it's just, just one thing after another. Now, I want to say now that I had a choice.
Yeah.
And I chose, at first I had this infatuation that I wanted to know what this heroin was all about.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, 9 months I spent £12,000. And then I got 4 years, 9 months. I've done 4.5 years out of it. And I've come out a heroin addict. Now that was in 2000.
Yeah.
And I've been tapping it ever since. And it's cost me everything in my life. And when I say it's cost me everything, I mean, relationships, just a scummy lifestyle. But like I said, I had a choice, but I took the easy way out because it was my first time in jail. And I'll be honest with you, then 9 months, I didn't even know there was bars on windows or nothing. You know what I mean? It was my way of getting down. Now, ever since, then 2000, like I said, it cost me everything. And I've, one thing after another. And it's just like, God, I've got some health issues, and I just seem to, bad luck seems to just follow me like as if I've got a big black cloud above me. I mean, you know yourself. I mean, the game that who was it with
Bolton, weren't it? And
no, not but it was the one when we Peterborough when we won 3-2.
Yeah.
I took my mate, my mate, my neighbour.
Yeah, it was Peterborough. Yeah, you found me, didn't you?
Yeah, first game, he'd been to in years, and he absolutely loved it. And I took these photos, and this was on the Saturday. Then on the Tuesday, I found him dead in his flat, and I
remember that phone call as well, mate.
Well, this is what I'm saying, and I'm not just saying it because I'm on here. It's like I met Jay, and like I said, it's kind of like I'm not a people person. If I don't like you, I'm not nasty, but you'll know that I don't particularly like you. You know what I mean? It's like I just don't speak. But for some reason, I had a connection with Jay, and that's why I said to him, Jay, look, I've got to be honest about something. This is what I do, and and it was just, and it's funny. It's like, the support. You can get support. And it doesn't mean anything. And then I met you, and it was like you just give me something inside that give me, And I remember we never seen each other for a few weeks, and you says to me, "How are you getting on, Steve?" Now I could have, and I turned to you and I says, "I'm doing all right." And I says, "But," I says, "I've had 2 little slip-ups," and you said, "Nice one for being honest." Because I could have just said, yeah, great,
yeah.
And it's like, and I don't know why. It's like I said, I met you, and it just gave me inspiration to get on top of this and sort this bloody life out. And you need something.
But you are sorting it out, though, mate. Well, you should be proud of yourself, mate.
And well, I'm one of these. How can I put it? I hate trying to be proud of myself because I think if I'm proud of myself, I'll fuck up the next day. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just all I want to say is that look, everybody has got problems.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Absolutely.
You can be strong, you can be weak, and I'll be honest, I was weak. I had a choice. I could say yes, or I could say no, and I said yes. You know what I mean? So I've got no one to blame but myself. No one. But what I want to say is, I ended up in I ended up in a hostel for homeless men in Birmingham, and there was a staff member, Dave, and he was thinking over a blues mug. And I said, "Oh, are you a blues fan?" He went, "Yeah, yeah." He said to me, "Did you
This
get
was
the matches?"
Dave, weren't he?
No,
This was Dave, weren't he?
yeah. And he says, "Oh, did you down the matches?" And I says, "No, I ain't been for years." And he says, "Why don't you come down?" And I says, "Oh, I'd love to." And he says, "Well, I'll give you the money, I'll get you a ticket." And then he got me a ticket. And then, oh my God, it was like this, to this day, how can I put it? I'll never, I sit next to, we sit next to him now, don't we? I'm a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of great how, just you meet certain people and they can change things in your life. And it's like, who would have thought, then, 10 years later, I'm now a season ticket holder, sit next to him, and then I met you. And it's like, you're very...
well, you've met me, and we sit next to each other now at the Blues.
Yeah. But you're motivated me, and I hate, I'm one of these people, that, like I said, if I don't like you, you can't. But if I do, and I hate trying. I don't want to come on here and go, "Oh, Jay's a man." I'm just trying to say that, that's the respect that I've got for him, and he's given me the support. I mean, like, I phoned him when I found his mate dead, and like, I didn't know who else to phone, because like, I just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, it was a strange day, weren't it, mate? I mean, I think we was on the phone about an hour and a half, weren't we? Because it was, mate. I mean, I can't imagine like how you dealt with that, mate. I think you dealt with it better than I would have dealt with it, to be honest.
But it was like, but you was willing to, like, take all that, you was like, you just, like say, spoke for an hour and a half, and that just goes to show what what a lovely guy you are. You was willing to do that for me, because I just
family, mate, that's why. We Blues, mate, we family, ain't we? We help each other out, mate. That's what we do, mate.
And that's it. And since then, like, it was like, so now we met and we sit next to Dave, and now we got his family, and I'll tell you a little thing. It was Dave that told me, because I used to look the podcast, and he goes, Boy in Blue, he's gone to what's his? And the first one I'd seen was on this mental health thing on the Monday, and the first thing I said, so I tell what people what I said to that. I said, I spoke to you, and I said, fuck me, I said, me and you could be brothers. It was over the standstill sign, weren't it, and all that. And I said, Troy, you're as bad as Blues. I said, but that mental health thing you're doing, I said, sure, well, a load of bollocks days, a load of people whinging and fucking moaning. How wrong could I be? How wrong, I'm the first one to put my hand up somewhere. How wrong could I be? No, I never, ever miss an episode. That it's like, I can't believe that, the family that, that we all are,
Yeah. I told you this, though, when you said that, didn't I? I said, mate.
Yeah. And but I said to you, didn't I? I'm an honest geezer, mate. I said, I think you're right in that. I said, but that shows a load of bollocks. There's people whinging and moaning. And like I said, how long could I be? And like, and like the support that people get, and that, it's helped me so much. And like the love, the genuine love that people have, everybody like, are regulars and that. And it's like, and I wouldn't miss it for the world now. And I love everybody, everybody's, and like I said, everyone's got their problems, everyone's got the thing, and I'm an honest bloke, and I'll just sooner just be honest and
good
say
on you, Steve, mate.
Because
that was massive, weren't it, about what you shared about with the heroin and stuff. So fair play to you, mate, for sharing that, mate. It's really inspiring as well,
And like I said, when I seen to you, goes, how are you getting on? And I said, I'm doing all right, but I've had two. And you said to me, But, you know, you could have just, you didn't have to tell me that.
Yeah.
He says, no, I appreciate your honesty. And it's like, and like I said, every day is a battle. And it's like, and it is a battle, you know what I mean? And it's like, because it, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm happy with my own company. I am like, and then, you know, and then when I have mates, you know, it's like I've had 2 best mates die in 2 years, and it's like, and I think, fuck me, you know, I've got a black cloud hanging over me, and like, but you know,
things happen
and
for a reason, mate. It's fate.
Yeah, yeah. And then like, but what I do then is like, I'm weak, and I'll go back to that to like, you know,
you're not weak, mate.
But, you know, and this is what I was saying. Everybody that's got an addiction, be it drink or drugs, they're masking something else that they don't want to deal with or can't deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, and I just want to say to everybody that, look, anybody that is going through any addiction and whatever, just stick at it, you know, keep at it, you know.
Keep chiseling away at it. Ain't it, Steve?
I went to a drug rehab once, and like, and I was with this woman. She was like, and she said, "Oh, I can help you." I said, "What do you mean you can help me?" I said, "You don't even know. You've never took it in your life. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're reading out a book." I said, "And like, you're talking shit." I said, and I had no respect for them because, you know, they had never been there, and so I found that, you know, if I'm going to do something, I'm doing it by myself. I've got to do it by myself, yeah. But then, you know, but like then I meet someone like yourself, you know, who's inspired me, you know, that's made me stronger. And then even with everything that's going on, I mean, like, you know, every day I've got this code because like this game on the 26th against Burn, you know, that's his anniversary.
Yeah.
And it's like on my mind every day, and it's like, oh God, and I don't know if I just want to get it out of the way or I want to celebrate him.
Yeah.
And I want to do both. I want to celebrate him, but I want to get it over. But I just wanted to say that. Yeah, I just wanted to be honest. I just wanted to come out and just be honest.
Good on you, Steve, mate.
You know, it's like, and if anybody that is going through addiction, just keep at it, keep strong. You know, everybody has their slip-ups. Everyone has to, but you know, we'll all come through it eventually. And like, you know, it's like, it's crazy how, you know, meeting like yourself, you know, it's crazy that someone who I've never met before, you know, I said to you the other day, you know, I said, I'm not really a people person. And it's like, and I said to him the other day, I said, if somebody told me that, you know, I'd have as much respect and get on with someone with you in such a short amount of time, I'd have said, you're fucking mad. You know, that's, you know what I mean? I'm just honest, you know what I mean?
That's what I love you, mate.
That's how it's been. And it's like, you know, so listen, everybody, please stay strong.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, if you need help, ask for it. It's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if, you know, and if you don't want to go down the channels, there's, you know, it's like I says, I don't like going down the channels of these drug, you know, it's like I've had more support and strength, you know, and strength come from you in the, you know, the chats that we've had, and you know, and it's hard to explain, but I just wanted to get that off my chest and just say, look, you know, anybody that's struggling, look, you know, you're not on your own, and you know, this little family, you know, I can't believe that, you know, like I said to you about this, what I said about this show the first time I said to you, you know, now I wouldn't miss it for the world, like, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I love everybody on here, and it's like, you know,
hello to Dunk, Steve.
I was just about to say to him, Dunk, you know what I mean? What you do and what you've been through yourself, it's like, you know, I've got so much respect for you because, you know, it's
Nah, I've got respect for you, bro, for what you've been through. That's just we just have to pick ourselves up and keep going forward, don't we?
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, you've had your own, like you say, you had your own thing, but the work that you're prepared to do for others. That's what I'm saying. I've got respect for you. The armed forces and what you're there. I've got the utmost respect for you that you're willing to help other people. And like I said, and the same with Jay. When my mate died, I didn't know whose phone. My head just fell off. And it's like, and like, I've just got respect for all of you that are willing to, like you say, you're not doctors, but you don't need to be doctors. You just somebody willing to listen and is willing to, help if you need it, because asking for help's a hard thing. Asking for help's a hard thing.
Yeah.
But
do you know,
that you respect, as I did, like I said, with you yourself, Jay, and like with you as well. So it's like it makes things a lot easier. So please, just everybody, just if it gets difficult, go to that person that you can speak to. Everybody's got that one person that understands. They might not agree, but they understand, and they're willing to listen, and that is worth all the money in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So I just want to say, listen to everyone, have a happy Christmas, and if you're going to be down the match on the 26th, please, Cody Fisher, my stepson, it's his anniversary, killed by them fucking cowards in the nightclub. Please, just give him a little prayer for him,
Yeah, we love you loud, Steve, mate.
Listen, I'm going to get off because,
you need to meet Duncan and that as well, mate, at the Blues.
I know. It's like, bloody hell, I keep missing everybody, don't I? You know what I mean? So, but we'll have we'll have to have a catch up and
definitely, mate.
But like I said, both of you, utmost respect to you. Everybody on there, thank you for the kind messages about Cody and whatever, and and I just want to share my story. I'm an honest bloke, and it's just how I am, like so. And anybody that's got an addiction and they're masking the problem, it's like, just keep trying, just keep trying, you'll get there as I am, you know what I mean?
It's like we sing it, keep right on, mate.
Yeah, listen,
you read the words to that, mate. It ain't just about the Blues and the football. It's about life as well, isn't it?
And do you know what? That is so true.
It is true, mate. Read the lyrics
till the end of that road.
Read the lyrics,
and them words mean so much. So bless you all. And I'm not going to take any. People are going to want to phone in and speak. So listen, I love you all, and I've got the utmost respect for you and the whole family. I love all of you. Have a lovely Christmas.
And you, mate.
And see you at the game Boxing Day, yeah?
Definitely, mate.
Love you all.
Love you too, mate. Keep right on, Steve.
Duncan.
Fair play to you, mate.
Respect.
Okay. See you later, Duncan.
Ta-ra, mate.
See you later. Ta-ra, mate.
Ta-ra, mate.
Ta-ra, lads.
How was that, Dunk? So we've hit the 2 hour and 10 minute mark. It's just really inspiring, mate. I mean, I
feel so humble. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying that. I feel all the calls tonight. They're all star people. Do you know what I mean? They're all salt of the earth.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all different, and yet they're all the same, and they're just salt of the earth. And it makes me humble, because who am I to come on here and listen to them like that? I mean,
no, this is what it's for, mate. We're family, mate. We help each other out, and that's what it's for, mate. Every month. Man. You up for doing the next one with me, Dunk?
I am, yeah, please.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we can get Nick on as well. He ain't done one in a few months, has he? Nice to get.
He's been, isn't he?
Yeah,
He has
nice.
that woman. See, he's got this addiction to this woman at the door, knocking the door.
He's a fucker, isn't he? He's a fucker. But yeah, honestly, to everybody that's had the courage and that, you know, speaking out, and yeah, it's just brilliant. And this is why I love doing this. But we do it every month. So if you're one of the ones that didn't call in or haven't had the chance to feel like you could get things off your chest, then in another 4 weeks we'll be doing another one. So, you know, this is something that's going to be for, you know, for the foreseeable. Let me doing this channel because I want to help people, and yeah, I've been there myself. Dunk, you've been there yourself, haven't you, mate? And yeah, just give you the courage to talk about things. So
now, Boxing Day, Jay, I just want to tell the audience, Boxing Day at half time, I will be outside the cop, just by somewhere there, and I'll have I'll put a light on my head or something, because I want to meet loads of people, because they all spur me. This has been so uplifting for me tonight, you know. Yeah, it's just stunning.
yeah, so I mean, like even the comments and that, mate, it's mad, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I'm going to look at the comments and go through this. I just don't like looking at myself on the TV, like, you know what I mean. I'd have to put some tape up.
well, I like looking at you, mate, because I love you. All right.
All right. Now I like that, but I'm not swapping spit with you. All right.
Well,
I reckon you love me because my tattoo.
Thanks for jumping on again,
Yeah,
mate.
thank you. It's been a pleasure, and respect everybody that's tuned in, because I'm sure that some people have got some life stories, and you all do well just to get up every day and have a wash and go on into the world. So fair play. I mean, Stephen, Colin, you know, Blue Shadow. I mean, the list is endless. And Tony and Big Tone, if he's still around. I had a chat with him on Messenger, and he was in the tank regiment. Now, my dad was a tankie, and so was my grandfather. Through the mud, through the blood, to the green fields beyond. Now, that's their motto, fear naught. I know all about the tankies because it was drummed into me as a little boy. So, Tone, you have my respect, bruv. Anyway, sorry, mate.
Fair play, Tone. But yeah, honestly, thanks everybody that's been supporting me and Duncan. If you haven't already, please go ahead and check out Duncan's channel. It's really good. He's getting better as the weeks go on. I mean, you surprised me today, mate, with the green screen and everything. Fair play to you. He's getting like a pro at it now. So go ahead and go and follow Duncan. It's really good on mental health and things like that as well. And you'll be surprised how much it can really help you. He puts a lot of time into it. So go and follow Duncan. Thanks for everybody that's been supporting me.
Thank
and we'll
you,
see you. No problem, mate. And we'll see you again on the mental health stream in 4 weeks.
Okay.
Duncan, love you loads, mate.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Keep right on.
Absolutely.